Welcome, everybody, to episode 98 of Shaban Ho. It's our VIP show. It's so good to have you here on a Monday afternoon, evening, / whatever.
Notice something different?
Yes.
Ryan's got a hat.
Ryan has a hat,
We
yes.
promised it would become red because you said gnomes are not allowed to have yellow hats.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't have a head at all.
That's true. That's the issue.
Yeah, either way, gnomes are supposed to have red hats. I know I really despise gnomes, so I know a bit about them. You know.
They are a thing in South Africa, right?
Yes.
They're a thing here. You've seen them in people's yards, right?
Not really.
Not really?
Not very, very seldom.
I can take you like 3 roads from here and show you some gnomes.
All right. I mean, it's just, at least in Afrikaans culture, for some reason, the gnomes always pitch up. You know, when you've got like an Afrikaans preschool or something, there'll be gnomes all over the...
It is a very European thing, and that is something I noticed with like old European video games. They always have like gnomes and like
That's
that kind of look.
Yeah, it's got that look.
It's very...
Not a big fan. I hate
I don't hate gnomes.
kabouters. Yeah, no, I don't like them. I really don't like them. Anyway, today's topic is funny, interesting...
Today's topic is,
Yeah.
you guys, props to anyone that knows what that's from.
Yeah, exactly.
Today's topic is,
Anyway, so we have vehicles and weird things being built in the backyards of people, well, you know, Chinese farm backyards and things. It's kind of fun. We've got a little bit of a mixture for you.
there's a lot of material.
Yeah.
There's a lot of material. 22 minutes in our media.
No,
pack
don't worry,
today.
but we're going to be skipping through a lot of
We'll
it.
scrub some.
Yeah. Let's take a look. We always like to start off with a couple of clips. And for those of you that are new here, remember this is a VIP show. Just chill out, relax. We're going to have a Q&A later. You get to vote on the next topic and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to set the scene here. These people over here are breaking into a zoo.
This is not a backyard vehicle.
No.
This is a backyard entrance.
Yeah. And, you know, this is actually kind of common. In order to, you know, not pay for the entrance fee, people break into the zoo. The problem is sometimes they break into the wrong enclosures. Like, remember those poor people that broke into the tiger enclosure that time?
I shouldn't laugh.
No, but I mean, you kind of get what, you know, that's like...
I don't know if that's the appropriate punishment for breaking into a zoo.
Yeah. Remember that couple that got into the argument in the car, in the tiger enclosure, and
Yes.
the wife got out of the car to go scream at the husband. So he walked around to go scream at him through his window, and then a tiger kind of took her off. Yeah, sometimes you got to realize that when you're in a dangerous animal predator enclosure, don't do that.
Did I ever tell you I had I knew a guy, he worked at a zoo, and did I tell you he worked night shift?
No?
Oh, he worked night shift at a zoo, so there's no
Okay.
customers there.
Yeah,
He was like a security guard.
Sure.
There's literally no one ever. It's like a rural zoo.
yeah.
So he worked a normal job in the day and then slept at the zoo at night and got paid for 2 jobs. He works 24 hours a day.
Oh, weird.
It's pretty awesome though if you think about it.
Yeah,
So he was getting 2 salaries.
makes sense.
Yeah, because nothing happened. Although sometimes his friends would come and then they would go mess with the sleeping animals.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, whatever entertains you, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
So let's take a look at these guys. They're making this fantastic break-in into the zoo. So it's kind of like a romantic couple. You know, it's obviously the boyfriend over there or whatever's helping his girlfriend get into the zoo for free, because that's certainly one way to impress a girl.
Yeah.
You know,
I know the best way to get in
for free.
for free.
Yeah.
This music. It's a Jay Cho song.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Why are you even showing this? This is regarded.
It's
This is the
yeah,
stupidest clip
it's
I've
very
ever
very
seen.
dumb.
This
isn't
is
it?
like the least important thing I've ever seen on the internet.
Sometimes, I this kind of thing fascinates me because I think most people know how to do basic things like climb over a wall or get down, but to fail so epically at doing a basic task.
You know what kind of person is the kind of person that fails going over a basic wall? Someone breaking into a zoo.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying it's kind of like if you gave somebody a wad of toilet paper, but they didn't know how to use it to wipe their ass, and they like stuck it up their ear or
Right.
something instead. It's that kind of thing.
I bet if you did a Pew Research poll, you'd find near 100% correlation with ticket buyers being able to climb over walls.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
Anyways, that didn't work. Now this,
Thug life. We
I
love
really,
this.
really wanted to share this. I got to turn the volume down.
Yeah.
This music's too loud.
It's very apt music, though.
It is. I'll leave it there. Now, in China, the police hate motorcycles. They just hate them, okay?
Yeah.
In fact, the government, not really
Well,
the
it's
police,
the
the
government.
government
The
hates
cops don't care,
motorcycles.
yeah.
Quick explanation why. They're poor. Okay, that's the reason.
That's so hard to get across, but they think they look poor.
But it is true, though, because especially historically, people can't afford their own transport, right? So maybe they're lucky and they have a bicycle, right?
Yeah.
In the family. But then when people started to earn a little bit of money, they could buy motorcycles. But the motorcycles in China are really cheap. Those little red bikes, you buy them brand new for like $500.
I bought a new one for 2,000 RMB.
Yeah.
$300-400 bucks.
$300 or $400. So you'll get a family, you can buy a really crap one, but it falls apart. It looks terrible, never
It
maintained.
shed bolts when I rode it.
Yeah, and
New.
so they pack like 3, 4, 5
Yeah.
people on a motorcycle, drive them into the city. So the be all and the end all is when you go to like a poorer city in China, there are motorcycles littered everywhere,
Yes.
and it does look terrible. And people don't have licenses and they don't drive well, and it's a mess. So the government was like, in our big cities, we will not allow motorcycles because it makes it look ramshackle and poor. And so they banned them. But of course, when you're young, you want to be able to go ride a bike because it's fun. And you've got these little scooter gangs like this, and they go rip around on their little electric scooters and normal scooters. And the police hate them, so they set up roadblocks.
Yeah.
But I want you to notice something about this roadblock. Let's take a look.
We've been through many of these.
Yes. So you see, they grab the bikes, they grab the people. If they confiscate your bike, they steal them. You'll never get it back.
No.
Yeah, they
Unless you
take
bribe
it.
the cops. You can bribe
Yeah,
the cops.
you can bribe them, but still.
You can bribe the
Yeah,
cops.
you
so.
can. You can.
But it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I love these dudes. Yeah. It reminds me of the good old days.
Yeah.
The music's incredible.
Yeah, it's
Look
fun.
at him making a break for it. Those wide open roads, getting around police checks is such a memory,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But the thing is, the Chinese police can't think outside the box. Okay, they will block one road.
Yeah.
But then, just as you can see, just over the way, they won't block that road.
If you did a Pew Research poll, you'd find that two-wheeled, vehicle riders in China are very clever. They always
Yes.
find a way around the cops.
Yes,
It's
they do.
literally like what is that Wile E. Coyote and
Yeah,
like
it is. Like, look at that. They just go past.
Yeah.
Because the cops won't bother them on this side.
This is literally what everyone does. Like we all did this.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
once riding back from Huizhou, and in Shenzhen, motorcycles are banned, but Huizhou it's not.
No, they were.
Yeah, but not at that time. They
Oh,
did,
back then, yeah.
You know, they did finally completely ban them, but they were still like kind of legal.
Kind of.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. There was a specific part that you would ride past the whole like "Welcome to Shenzhen" sign, and on the other side, that's where the motorcycle
Yeah.
taxis were. Remember, there's like that big gate
yes,
thing.
And those outskirts, yeah.
Yeah, the outskirts. So the thing is, like, I was riding back really late at night to avoid the police. That's what I used to do, like 1 a.m. or something.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, and they had this massive roadblock. There was those tunnels. There was this two
Yeah.
tunnels, one going the right way, one going the
Yeah.
other way, and there was like a huge roadblock, and they'd already caught a bunch of bikes. So I just quickly like went over the thing, and then I went the wrong tunnel. But luckily, there was a little up like raised section on the side, like almost like a pavement, like a maintenance thing, and I went on that because I was going the wrong way on the highway. But went through the tunnel, went to the other side of the tunnel, went back on the road, and then, and they didn't bother. They saw me do it.
Yeah.
Nobody came
No,
to
because
stop
that's
me.
what everyone does.
Yeah, they're like-
everyone does this.
They're like, okay, well, he's on that side of the road. We're on this side of the road. That's too much effort,
It was so annoying because one time there was
Yeah.
I did a test. To drive to work in my car took 45 minutes and it was like 3 miles away or something.
Yes.
But to go on my motorcycle, it took minutes, right? And but they did a full ban, and they had these police blocks like during work, like when I'm trying to get to work.
Yeah.
So remember we had that situation where you have the dummy key.
Yes.
And then you have the switch instead.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
that got me out of a lot of trouble.
There's actually a rule that we made up is never stop at a red light.
Yes.
But don't worry, it does not
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 like that.
like that.
Not
Doesn't
like
mean
that.
go through a red
No,
light.
I mean stop before the
Yeah,
red light
because
down the
the
road.
police don't chase you in China, traffic police. They only ever have roadblocks and they only ever get you when you're stopped. So what they'll do is they'll sit at the intersections and wait for you to pull up at a red light. Then they come run over, take your
your
keys
key.
out, and then they confiscate your bike. But if you wait back in the traffic, like just maybe 4 or 5 cars back, you can see the cops are standing there. And it's a red light. So you wait. When it turns green and you just go through with the traffic, they don't come to try and stop you because it's moving.
Yeah.
And they never stopped us.
pretty wild.
Yeah. Anyway, just thought we'd
Anyway,
share some
this
of our
is
old war
literally
stories.
common. This is if you think
Yeah.
we're the outliers, this is what everyone in China
everyone
does.
does it, yeah. So now here's a clip of, okay, a guy, don't worry, no one gets hurt. Okay, but this is just here we go. Chinese vehicles, you got to
We're
watch
getting to
out.
backyard vehicles soon.
Yes. This is a normal
This is
vehicle.
our intro.
Yeah.
It's an EV.
So it's like, oh no, it's moving by itself. Better get in.
Why do these EVs always move by themselves?
Don't trust him, bro. I like how someone added motor
I
motor
love
sounds.
adding the engine sound.
Yeah.
Wonder if they did that because they didn't want people to think it was an EV.
Well, you can see from the license
green
plate
plate.
it's an EV. They added that
love
engine
this
sound, yeah. Bam.
Yikes. That dude's fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's okay. But yeah, that's kind of
Glad
worrying.
it stopped.
Yeah. Yeah,
This beast is Michael Bay.
I know. Yeah, so I mean, it's a
That
little bit worrying.
building in that road is so China. That is
Yeah.
just a China scene right there.
Yeah.
The rust coming
Yes,
down
yes,
on the
yes.
tiles.
I mean,
it takes me
wow,
back.
Yeah. The reason they put tiles on them as well is because then they don't have to maintain it. They don't
Yeah.
have to paint it, right? Because tiles you can kind of wipe off, but that's the thought process behind it. But nobody wipes it off,
It just
so
gets rust.
it just becomes that. That's
So
yeah. When
it's
you
such a vibe.
when you get out of the downtown Shanghai, Beijing, and stuff, that's what you see
Yeah, in every city.
everywhere. Yeah, and again, you could be knocked out and taken from the north to the south, and it looks the same.
Yeah, I'm just assuming this is the South just from
Yeah.
by looking at the shape of the buildings, but at the same time, it doesn't even matter.
no,
it could be
it's-
anywhere.
It could be anywhere. Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
Okay, so.
This-
Maybe we could leave it up to our audience to try and figure out what's wrong with this.
okay,
picture.
yeah. What's wrong? I'll just
Yeah.
ask chat. What's wrong with this?
Yeah.
这个是自己改装的吗？
He's like, oh, did you modify it yourself?
是自己改装的吗？不是啊，有这个卖的。
So the people who are asking him in the car is like, oh, did you modify that yourself or did you buy it like that? And he's like, yeah, I bought it this way. I didn't modify this helmet myself.
哦，真的，我怎么见过？
Yeah, and they're like, well, it's so cool that.
来来来来，哦，
Hold on.
Okay.
Get out of there.
Okay, that's
That is not. You guys weren't supposed to see that.
Yeah, not yet.
That no.
Not yet. So what's wrong with this little clip?
Everyone saw it.
You all saw it.
Hold on. I'll read.
Okay.
He is wiping someone else. What?
What?
Wrong way around.
Wrong way around.
Water is inside. No. The wiper is facing the wrong way. His wiper is backwards. Nice wiper blade. The wiper blade is backwards.
Yes.
The wiper blade is backwards.
I think
Homeboy
everybody
has
could
no
see
idea.
that. I would like to know why no one in this conversation saw that.
I know. We were watching this and we were like, that's funny. Like, we'll show how dumb this is.
Yeah.
But no, the people in the conversation are all impressed by it. Nobody talks about why it's backwards.
Yes. So the guy riding doesn't realize that it's not doing its job. The people in the car asking him whether he modified that himself don't realize it's the wrong way around.
Backwards!
Dude.
It's not even, it's a stupid idea to begin with.
Yes,
But
exactly.
it's good for a TikTok video.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
are you making it backwards?
I know, it's so ridiculous. At least notice it's not the right way.
You minion ass mother effer.
He's made it worse because now his visor's wet and he's got something
Yes.
moving around in
It's
front of
much
him.
worse.
It's way worse.
It's
It's
just-
so
it's
dumb.
marginally worse.
It's so much worse. Anyway, We thought we'd show you that. Now, this next clip, I don't know why, but I downloaded it and you said, hey, let's put this in the show. Maybe.
No.
What?
You
Yeah.
give yourself a bad soundbite for
Why?
breaking the rules and lying to our audience.
I'm not. There's a harp.
Okay.
Is that it?
Hear me out.
Okay.
This is a challenge,
Okay.
and I'm going to be up front first.
Okay, go for it.
Winston, with full confidence, and we usually laugh at the same things.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm putting this in here. With full confidence, was dying laughing and showing me this, expecting me to laugh, and I just don't find it funny. So we want to pull the audience.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay,
not
yeah.
about who you like better. It's
No,
about
it's
did
like-
this make you laugh?
Did it, at least a chuckle, okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you find this amusing, yes or no?
No, we're not getting into like amusing. We're
Okay,
did it
funny.
make you laugh?
Okay, funny, yes or no. Just say funny, yes or no. And then
Okay,
you guys
funny
vote.
yes or no is very simple, isn't it? It's not offensive, but I don't think it's funny.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. So
Don't
the-
vote before you see the clip.
yeah, okay, so let's show the clip. Here it comes. Here it comes. Ready? I'll even get us out of there. What? I'll just get us out of there.
No, somebody voted in
Okay,
respect.
let's take a look. Not this. It's coming.
Not this. Not this.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Go back to it. Let them absorb it.
Okay, we'll do one
And
more
have
time.
us on the screen. this
Okay,
time.
all right, yeah, one more time. Okay, hang on.
I'm not gonna sign up anyone. No, get back to the
Okay,
beginning.
I'm going.
I'm just curious why this is so funny to you.
Because it's just, it's not what you expect. She got caught in a moment. She almost pukes.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
You don't? Okay, I mean, like, was it funny? Yes or no? Let's see what the audience thinks. I think it's pretty funny,
What?
She's trying to wolf down this burger and fries all at the same time because obviously she's freaking starving.
She does look hungry.
Yeah. She gets caught and she like tries to. And then
I would
pukes.
say mildly amusing, but like, why are you filming? You know what I mean?
She obviously doesn't want to be filmed. You can see from the look to the camera. Anyway, was it funny? Yes or no? Did you get a chuckle? Yes or no?
Someone said, I like Winston better, and that's not funny. So it was a good
Hey, look, you don't have to find it funny. I just thought it was amusing. That's all.
I mean, I just don't get the joke.
Well, I mean, not all of us are observant enough.
You son of a bitch. She couldn't eat 14 eggs in one sitting, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah,
That was
that was
disturbing.
horrendous. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. So I guess we can end it with a clear yes. I think.
Yeah, 69.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right, guys.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I'm 68%. Thank you for the 31%. No, I love you guys. Appreciate that.
Excellent. Let's move on. Okay, so now it's these things that people build in their backyards. Now, there has been an evolution of this. Of course, when I first got to China, and then later when you got to China, it was a different world. Okay, it was a completely different place, and we used to see news reports because we didn't have all the streaming internet stuff. It really wasn't a thing at that point. Really, it was all grainy pictures and things. In the newspaper, you'd read it about these farmers that would build helicopters made out of like a motorcycle engine and bits of
Helicopter,
Yeah.
helicopter.
exactly bits of spare metal and stuff. It would always be something quite outlandish, but really bad. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
Like, it would
miss
always-
that so much. In fact,
Yeah.
we actually toyed with making a whole documentary about it. Remember that? We were talking
Yeah.
with our producer.
Yes.
Because there are some absolutely amazing, weird things that people make. And it's weird. A lot of it, you still find it. Like, we
Yeah.
still manage to find new stuff. But there was a boom, I would say, around like 2008 to 2012 or
Yes,
something. where
around about there,
That
yeah.
was so popular.
Anyway, as all these like cheap consumer electronics and stuff started
Yeah,
to
that's
flood the
driven it
market,
down.
now it's different because now you can buy like a cheap electric motor for an e-bike and
Yeah.
then slap it onto something, and now you've got a moving bed or a car.
Right.
And it's not as entertaining
It's
as
fun.
It's fun, but it's not as entertaining as the guys pulling apart an old motorcycle and with engines and things
Sort
and making smoke and all this
So
sort of crazy
we
stuff.
have it all. We
Yeah.
have it all today.
So we're gonna start out with this bed dude. Maybe you can explain. You put this part together. What's going on?
Oh, it's just a dude driving a bed. Obviously, put an electric motor on it. The reason I like this one is it's not a dude like in motorcycle gear or something. It's a guy like sprawled out, like he's playing on his phone on his bed.
This is kind of cool. It's like a
This
little
is
hover.
sweet. Yeah, you made like a
hovercraft.
hovercraft.
Yeah.
This dude makes a lot of crazy stuff. Check this out. You just need 2 basketballs, and then you got
That's-
yourself a scooter.
That is epic.
and
I
then you
love
can
that.
play. It's
Yeah.
That's because you don't have to carry your ball.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty epic, right?
I love this kind of thing, building these
Yeah.
little backyard things. So it's
Especially these off-road ones. He does like adjustable suspension on some of these. which
those
is
are
pretty
all
cool.
electric, yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool what he does.
Yeah,
These
of
are all
course.
homemade. Check
Well,
this
I'll
out.
get us out of there.
Check this out. He has like a full one, and then when you need to get in tight places, you got a little one.
That's funny. Yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
yeah.
I like this creative ingenuity.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Look at that. How it transforms.
Yeah, that's
sweet.
awesome. Yeah, this is the newer stuff. The
Yes.
good, but
I
you
wanted
can,
to show you some of the newer stuff.
yeah, and I like that.
Yeah.
And you can see though with a lot of this newer stuff is you can buy all these wheels and stuff off the shelf because
Yeah.
of all the cheap ATVs and the cheap EVs and stuff that China makes now. So you can go and buy on Taobao. You can buy wheels and motors and everything.
Yeah, the funny thing is this guy's stuff will be better than that. Like he'll
Yeah.
use those wheels, but like the frame and everything is all hand welded. It'll be so much better than that crap you buy on Taobao.
I agree. It is going to be much better. But the nice thing is that you've got availability of all these parts,
Yeah.
so it makes the job easy. You don't need to go make your own wheels now. You don't have to,
Yeah.
supply your own
Sweet.
motors and things.
Very cool.
That is cool.
This stuff has like practical use too out in the farm.
yeah, I suppose so.
Goes upstairs and stuff.
I-
Like look, it
I love
properly
it.
goes over stuff.
I love it. I think it's awesome.
He obviously. Well, just pause it for a second.
Yeah,
What do you
sure.
think his favorite movie franchise is?
Transformers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah. What is this little dump truck?
Yeah.
That's
check that
funny.
out.
Yeah.
See, they have practical use.
Yeah, now that you can make a lawnmower. Okay.
Check this dude out.
Okay, what's he got now?
So this dude in
Yunnan.
Yunnan and Hong
Yeah.
Kong, we've been there.
Yes,
We've been there. We actually spent a good chunk of time there.
I remember.
He's been building a backyard helicopter without a kit.
Yes.
For 6 years.
And we got to differentiate here because you can go search online, and nowadays because these kits have become available where you can build a helicopter.
Yes.
You can, but you buy it. It comes with all the
It's like
the
Lego.
frame. It comes with the pipes, and you just weld it in a certain way. It comes with plans.
It's like man Lego.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and it's
Lego.
kind of like I don't know
Director
if
set.
my mother's generation. Anyway, they used to make their own clothes, right? And you get like a pattern, and
Yeah.
you like cut it out.
There
and
was like
sew
kits
it.
you buy, right?
Yeah, it's like you buy it. It's got a picture of the dress on the outside, and then you like make it.
Yeah, that was big in the 50s. though.
Yeah, so you get kits now for helicopters, so that's not impressive because anybody who can follow directions.
Yeah, we didn't
can
show
do
you
it.
those.
So we wanted to show you stuff that people build themselves
And
you know?
engineered themselves, yeah.
Okay.
So this dude, he actually drew this up and everything from
Yeah.
scratch. And I like that he's got like a glass canopy, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But this guy's been really tooling away for a long time. Check it out. He actually got lift. 99% of them don't get lift.
Yes, 99% of them are rubbish and just never go anywhere.
Yeah. So he's showing all the parts that
Yeah, he's got some gauges and things.
Yeah. Props to this guy.
Sure.
That door needs more than one hinge, by the way.
Yes. Yes. What's this guy doing?
So check out this dude. This dude he likes to take old furniture and turn them into vehicles, and his whole thing was like,
Little electric motors.
if you have an old man that never wants to get out of his chair,
Right.
you turn his chair into the vehicle, and then the old man can get around. And he's
Makes
not
sense.
useless anymore.
Yeah.
我们的沙发
A lot of hot
已经
glue.
弄好了，总体来说啊还是很不错的。
But it
首
shows
先
you
我
how
们来
easy
看一
it
下
is
这
with
个
the
站前的
electric
外观，
stuff.
它
But
也是全
I
球
like
最
the
新
little
款的沙发风格
joystick.
设计
Yeah, they're，
完美
cool.
的融合了时尚和懒惰的元素。从表面上来看，它就是一个普通的烂hei沙发，但是不要被它的表面所欺
I'd
骗
rock，
因为底下
roll
装有
around
4个轮，
Sure
还拥有摇摆功能。虽然它看
I
起
love
来
the
不是
idea
很
of
帅，
relaxing
可是
and
它有着
moving.
无法
That's so
的
cool.
操作性能
Yeah，
不仅可以用高
So you
难
like
度的动
cars
作去
then？
驾驶，而且这个
Yeah,
稳定性
yes,
极强，
I do.
绝对
And
不
I
会
do
不
like
开，
cars.
从而
Yeah,
达到
I
你的
very
操
much
控
do
能
like
力。
cars.
老表他说啊，以后出去抠雷就看
But
这
I
个
just this
从第一视
idea
角
of
来
like
观察。
rolling around on a couch.
Or a bed or something.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, that
驾
is
驶的
good.
时候还可以通过该 game 模式来操控，想玩出什么花样直接手搓就行。
Yeah
现在向你们
Swapping
展示一下
between the
漂移的技巧。喂，咩事？你買個碌甩咗嘅喂？
Oh, he lost a
Yeah.
wheel.
Okay, so
Just another. You can just play this while we talk.
Okay.
This dude put together like a whole
yeah, those are all off the shelf parts.
all off the shelf parts, right? You
Yeah.
can go buy these, and then you just get these cheap bars. You know, at those big metal shops that you see
Yep, absolutely.
outside. We say on the outskirts in a truck town.
Yeah.
Pick up all these bars. You can
Yeah.
weld anything together that you want.
Yeah, I see he's making a Jeep.
He's making a Jeep in this one.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect for that. I mean, let's see. That's a little petrol motor.
It is. I told you it was
Yeah,
gas.
no, this is gas. It's
Yeah.
good. I can respect that more than an electric motor.
Me
It's
too.
just, There's nothing against electric motors. It's just it's really easy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made like a little gas Jeep.
That's a
That
little
looked like
scooter.
100 or 90cc.
Yeah, it's a little scooter
Parallel
motor.
motor, yeah.
Nice.
That thing must not go very fast.
No.
But I like that he turned like a $50 scooter motor into something he can sit in.
That is cool, and you know it'll be respectable. It
Yeah.
looks pretty rubbish, though. I'm going to be honest. It looks. He could have done the grill a little better, don't you think?
Yes.
That ruins it. It looks like a cartoon character or
It, also,
something.
it doesn't even need a grill because the motor's in the back.
Yeah, it's true, but I mean, it's he had
Okay.
so much potential, but then he made it look dumb.
Yes.
Okay, but whatever.
Can you go back to that frame?
Which one?
There was on all these videos I was looking up.
Yeah,
they
look at
all,
that.
They all do this to the
Yeah.
inventor's face, and it's not the same guy.
No.
they keep doing it to all the inventors' faces, and I don't understand why.
It's just to make you want to click it because it's like, what is
Oh,
this?
okay.
You know, it's like
It's like what?
that's Chinese clickbait.
That's Chinese clickbait.
Yeah.
It's not like a hot girl. It's like
No, this is Chinese clickbait.
It's
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
This is Chinese clickbait. An explosion. Look at
Yes.
that plane.
yeah.
That is
What
the most
even is this?
regarded Thomas the Train claymation looking
Yeah,
thing
it's
I've ever
very
seen.
bad. Anyway,
Anyway, this dude,
yeah.
this is a rare success. He saw so many of these, and I love that this guy's basically a Shamata barber.
Yeah, he's
That's why I
a
included this.
he's a barber. Yeah.
He's like a Shamata barber.
Yeah,
He
he's-
loves motorcycles just like Shamata.
Yes.
He loves speed, it says. He likes ripping around, but he also dreams of
flying,
planes,
yeah.
right? And so he set out to engineer his own plane, and like I said, 90% of these we would see, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
They just waste years, and their wives leave them. And
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
We've
And they
seen
just
this
build nuns. Yeah.
But this guy sat for years,
Yeah.
just like from scratch, from little to big. Made
Yeah,
his
just
own
looking at videos
plane.
online and stuff.
And he actually
Yeah.
pulled it together.
That's impressive.
And remember, like and he used a Yamaha motorcycle engine.
Yeah, that's what
We've
they
seen
normally do.
so many of these motorcycle engine things, and we've never seen one fly.
Yeah.
Not one.
I think what helped here is he looked online and he saw like microlights or whatever, and you know, figured it out. But
he
he
didn't
got
use
the
a kit?
frame. No, he didn't. He did it himself. It's cool.
And I love that. Look at the
Why'd they
face.
do that on the face?
I love that he's rolling around main streets. He's driving it like a car.
Yeah.
So it's basically a flying car.
Yeah, this is a good success story because he
Yeah.
actually pulled it off.
And the town comes by. It's horrifically polluted, unfortunately. He's going to fly right in it.
Yeah, that's some Skydown line nonsense over there, dude.
I think his Fox helmet.
Yeah,
But look, he actually got lift.
it's epic.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, me too. That's really cool.
And I love that he drives it around without
Yes.
the wings on.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's very cool. Ah, almost crashed.
Probably cost him $200.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, he's figuring out the fuel system and everything. That's
Yeah, he
interesting.
improved it over time.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cool. There's something very cool to this whole like dream of flight thing, and it transcends cultures and continents. Actually,
It's true.
Mm.
We actually had a buddy that was into building his own little planes. He died from it. It's very
yeah,
dangerous.
yeah, it is a dangerous thing.
That was in
Absolutely.
America.
Yeah, yeah. No, it is dangerous, but I like the fact that he's managed to pretty much pull off what the Wright brothers did in 1910 or whenever it was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah,
I feel like it's hard for someone without too much reference to like go in your backyard and just put pipes together and make it fly because like 99% of them don't.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have a dream.
See, like what?
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, so this guy,
Yeah,
you know what his dream was?
What?
Again, they use that face.
yeah, they do. They love that face.
This guy is
Mm-hmm.
to me much more terrifying.
Okay.
His dream was to make a submarine.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy. Is it the
Oh,
same
no,
one?
there's
That's a different one. Yeah,
multiple.
the submarines are a thing in China as well. It's like if you can't build a
Yes.
plane, you build a submarine.
And it's never people on the ocean. It's people with like a fish farm, like
yes.
a pond.
Yeah, people next to a pond or a lake.
Yeah.
Ugh, terrifying.
And this dude made a frickin' submarine. Can you even imagine going underwater in a backyard submarine?
No, there better be an easy escape hatch. You know what I mean? There better be a way out of that.
Truly terrifying to
Yeah.
me, much more than flight.
Oh, look, at least he's got what looks like oxygen, like a mask.
It looks like it, right? It
Yeah.
goes-
Yeah, I suppose if you wear like a scuba gear and then you go underneath.
Honestly, even then, because if
Yeah.
you're trapped,
Yeah, that is scary. But it looks like he pulled it off, though.
He did a few times. He went under. That was for 2 minutes. He went under for 2 minutes.
Okay. It's basically
Oh,
made
no.
out of
Oh,
barrels. Oh,
Going
no.
down with him. Ah,
Oh,
bro.
no. There
Oh
it
no,
goes.
it's probably it probably filled up.
That's the
Oh,
end.
No.
That's the end of it. No recovery now. It's still there to this day.
No, I think he actually pulled it out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean, to go underwater in something you built is terrifying to me, like a metal object.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
pretty scary.
Submarines are already scary.
Yeah, they are.
There he goes. See, he got it
Yeah.
out. He made it 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, not bad.
Came up. Success.
That's cool. Props to him, you know?
Yeah. And then he had other people like in the town try it out.
Okay.
This guy
Mhm.
is another submarine dude.
All right. That isn't footage from underwater, by the way.
No.
It's just, yeah, just so you know. It's just pollution.
I don't know why he made it look like Japan, but anyway, look
Yeah.
at the inside of this thing.
Oh, that looks a bit scary.
Yeah, so he's gonna go submerge himself in this absolute death trap. He's got a nice Chinese flag on the top.
Yeah. Because you got to be, your country's going to be proud of this.
Yeah, so the whole town comes
Yeah.
out, which I love. Mm-hmm. This is the kind of stuff we used to see. It's probably
Yeah.
around that time period.
What is with the glass? That glass isn't going to survive if you go underneath with the pressure.
Everyone's- I love that everyone's cheering him on.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see a seal around his
Uncle
hatch.
Wong.
Do you notice that?
Yes.
There's no like seal at all.
No. Uncle Wong's gonna pull it off though.
Yeah.
With
Let's
his
see.
Japanese flag submarine.
Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. Maybe he's just copying a submarine he saw in a movie.
Maybe.
Yeah. Huh. Is it actually sealed?
I think it might be.
Did-
See,
what?
I know.
Oh, but no, the hatch hasn't gone under yet.
Oh. Look, he's underwater.
Yeah, but the hatch didn't go. They didn't show that.
No. I love that there's underwater footage though.
Yeah, that is cool.
Underwear boys are coming out for the rescue. Oh no.
What are they doing?
Oh, they're trying to get it down.
Oh yeah, because it won't go under.
It won't go under. It floats
Yeah.
too well.
Yeah.
oh
well. What on earth is going on here in this fast motion?
So
Oh,
this is insane. So we showed you some stuff I showed you some success stories, but it's nothing like slick, right? It's
no,
not
they
like wow.
They always look rough.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like what it is. You know,
You know who can pull this off?
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese
Man.
have got to be the best backyard engineers I've ever seen.
I agree with you. They
Just play this.
Yeah. Okay. This is very fast that you've done here.
I
but
did it. I
guess-
slowed it down for the final product. I
Okay.
just wanted people to see what goes into it.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, if you've got that kind of attention span.
Well, it's just an idea, right?
Yeah.
So the amount of engineering that went into this, they're making a Ferrari.
Yeah, they make a Ferrari,
From
but
scratch.
in the same fashion, they take a wire. I mean,
Yeah.
a metal frame.
Yeah.
But they do it properly. They actually do clay molding and everything.
Yeah.
Then they put fiberglass over the clay mold, which I think you've included in here,
Yes.
right?
Look at how insane.
Yeah.
Insane. They're literally building a car from scratch.
Yes, that's right. They'll use like an old Toyota engine or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that they
I
find.
couldn't tell what end motor that was,
Yeah.
but so there
See,
it is. in the
they're just
frame.
testing the chassis and the frame that they built. So they built it
They're-
themselves.
They're in the middle of poor countryside of
Yeah,
Vietnam.
and that's what I'd like to point out because it's the same in China.
yeah.
It's in the same kind of environment.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because they've been more open to the rest of the world for so long. They've just
Yeah, I mean, we
developed
were
these
talking about this.
skills and
I
yeah.
think it's in part due to the war.
maybe
They had to have so much ingenuity during all the wars that they fought in
Yeah.
modern times.
See how they're doing clay molding? So they're doing it properly.
Yeah.
I think in China there's more of a let's just make it work rather
Yes.
than let's actually
It's
put the
chabu
effort.
duo.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it works, that's good enough.
We noticed that the countryside houses in China, it'll work, right?
Yeah.
But it's not very nice. The
Yeah.
countryside houses we saw in Vietnam were very nice inside. Everything
Yeah.
was finished wood and really beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if it was poor.
Yeah, I agree, yeah. So here they do the fiberglass shell, so they do it properly.
This is wild.
Yeah.
And the end product is insane.
Okay, let's see. So yeah, we are really comparing apples to apples here.
Yeah, I mean, at both poor countries, both backyard engineers,
Both communist countries.
both communists.
Yeah. Wow, this is giving me a headache. It's so fast.
It's almost there.
Right. So they're just they're filling things up with fiberglass.
Yeah.
They're doing all the bits. So they're even molding the interior.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean that's when you actually do something properly rather than just half-assed.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. It's getting there. Wow. blah, 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 hyperlapse.
There you
There
go.
it is. So here's
Look
the
at
end
this.
result.
Look at this. Does that not look like
It looks
LaFerrari?
real. It looks real.
It literally looks like a LaFerrari.
Yeah, it does.
And they made everything from scratch.
Yeah, that's really cool.
From that.
Yeah, that's what it was, like an old Toyota.
They chopped it all up. That's insane.
Yeah, it is. Is this another one?
No, it's just the it's
process
like
of-
in the beginning showed the end, so I put it at the end.
Okay, all right. So let's get back to China again.
China, yeah, sorry.
And here we've got another one of those backyard helicopters.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be some music here.
This is your section.
Yep.
This is what I'm used to seeing.
Yes,
in
yeah.
China.
I thought,
We would go visit the countryside and see stuff like this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there were a couple of things that are notable about this
Okay.
clip. Okay, let's look at the guy. I'm guessing he's the boss.
Yes. It's a factory for sure.
Yeah.
Looks like a stone factory.
And then I wanted to pay attention to the people that are spectating here, just how excited they are about this process. So here I slowed it down, and I specifically like this guy and the guy next to him.
I love the IV drip.
Yeah, that's the
Of
fuel.
fuel.
Yeah,
No one gives a shit.
they're just like, what even is going on here? I don't know. Do you think they're even conscious? It's almost as if they're just unconscious standing
Yeah,
there.
they're like having a nap at that
Yeah.
point because it's so boring.
They don't give a shit. This boss guy's probably like, you guys all gonna come like help me with my little project here.
I know what happened there.
Yeah.
I know what happened there.
Yeah.
They've already seen him try to do this like 40 times.
Yeah,
The
they're
first
like-
time they're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is like time 40.
Yes, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So here's a guy took a bunch of like model airplane motors and kind
Oh.
of stuck them all on, and he did actually get airborne slightly. It's just a
bush or
photo. These are just
Oh,
photos.
that's fine. That's
This
cool.
guy turned.
a lot of backyard tanks.
Yeah, it's another thing. If you take a look at the tracks there, that's off of some agricultural equipment, and so
Yeah.
he just built a tank, and he's kind of having fun with it, being
cool.
all patriotic and stuff. This guy, yeah, basically tractor wheels. Rear tractor wheels.
The Uyghur.
Yeah, and he's built this massive like motorcycle thing, which is kind of cool.
Pretty large.
And now this guy's kind of famous because he's from back in the day, and he built this helicopter, and
In our generation of this.
yeah, and it never took off. But he was always in the news because he kept improving it, and he kept like, okay, today's going to be the test flight, and they'd send out news crews, and it would always fail.
So I have a little cultural tidbit about that.
Yeah.
Do you know where China got that from?
No.
Cuba.
Oh, really?
So Cuba, what they would do is because they're communists and cut off and so rubbish at anything because they didn't have imports of anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
right?
had
They
to
can't
fix their
participate.
crap, right.
They got good
Yeah.
at fixing everything, like the old 50s cars and all that kind of stuff, which
Yeah.
you know about.
Yeah.
But they would also, the media would hyper focus on a villager that would come up with a method to spin yarn or to
Yeah. Hmm.
pick something or, come up with some weird invention made out of an old fan and then
Yeah.
teach people how to do it.
Right.
So it's a communist thing. And so I guess the Soviet Union did this a little bit, and then Cuba, and then also China. They highlight like it's an old hangover from Mao's time where you go highlight a farmer that figured out a way to get crows off his property
Sure.
or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay,
So
I
it's
get
that. It's like a hangover. There's still budget for that in the
Yeah,
media.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, it never worked. Just thought I'd give him an honorable mention. Here's one of your submarine guys.
Oh gosh, I can't
Doesn't it-
deal with that.
I don't know what he was thinking. It's like a fish.
It's like a parade float.
It is.
You know what I mean?
I just don't know what happened to this guy, but hopefully he's still around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, then I decided, to show you that this transcends cultures and
does.
countries and barriers, because this happens in South Africa too, and Africa in general. So I wanted to show you an example.
cool.
This, by the way, is what a South African police helicopter looks like. This is what this is modeled off. This is
This
not.
homemade one.
Yeah, he made it.
With me here today is self-proclaimed helicopter engineer, 30-year-old Hendrik Shubanga, who built a helicopter in this very yard in Hammanskraal, north of Pretoria. Hendrik, thank you so much for joining us. Tell
Hopefully
us
there's no
what inspired
foggy-
you to build the
Yes.
helicopter.
Crevasse.
Because I love
This thing will fly
engineering.
better than an
That's
Iranian
why I
helicopter.
made this helicopter.
And is there any skill that you would like to further improve?
Yeah, if I get someone who help me with finance to finish my engineering studies, I will be very thankful for that.
All I can say is that the sky is only the beginning for this gentleman.
Well,
I don't think he made it to the sky. You know what I mean?
maybe at another helicopter.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
you got to ride in another helicopter.
Yeah, not those ones. Yeah. I mean, I like the effort, you know?
Noxolo Sibia, Hammanskraal, north of Pretoria.
Name sounds cool.
Yeah, she's Xhosa. So, yeah,
a click
Xhosa.
sense.
Xhosa. Yeah. It's an interesting language. Yeah.
I've been having dreams of flying ever since I was young, but I have not had the support to fly.
That one going
I'd say he's got a lot of support. Look at
And when
the...
the time came, the
Yeah.
homemade plane was towered by a car to gain the required speed to take off, but seems to be more obsessed with the ground than the air, failing to take
I
off.
love how the news covered that. That's very polite.
That never took off.
After years of
I mean, I just wanted to show you how common it is,
Yeah.
right?
planning and watching war movies, he decided to build one of his own.
Seems like a poor country thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you got to dream big.
Yeah.
You always have dreamers in the community.
For sure. I
And
support it.
There's nothing more like, I don't know, grander than taking to
Yeah.
the sky, right?
True.
It's like you escape your worries.
That's true.
I mean,
cholinga ndikunena kuti ndionetsere
My intention is to show to Malawi that Malawians too can do what the whites do.
koma tikhoza kuchita zimene azungu amapanga.
We had some challenges with the wiring system resulting in short circuits, but slowly everything has been sorted out.
Felix is eager to take to the skies, but he's been warned against taking a test flight before the Civil Aviation Authority's approval. If his first flight is successful,
Doesn't
Felix
look
will be
stable.
flying into the history books with his homemade helicopter and his sky-high ambitions.
Propellers seem wildly small.
yeah, there's no, he
That's
doesn't
not
need
going.
any permission for a test flight. That'll never fly.
He should be careful not to decap himself.
Yeah, exactly.
That looked very precarious.
Very precarious. So anyway, we thought we'd show you something successful,
Yes.
because there's backup mechanic stuff. You did show some good ones in the beginning with that guy with his
Yeah.
transforming cars, but this particular guy's name is Shogun Gung.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's the
He's like the best.
Yes.
I'll just show you some of the crap he does here. So he's like, oh, it's hard to wash hair, so he's gonna make a way to wash your hair easily.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it's
He
so
thought of everything
dumb.
though, like it dries it too.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I love that he's got oxygen.
it's a nightmare. Imagine being suspended upside down in water.
Yeah, that does seem like a torture.
Dude, it's
device.
torture. That's all that is. Yeah, I mean, surely there are better ways to wash your hair.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
The compressed air dries you out.
Yeah.
This guy rules though. His stuff is
Yeah.
incredible.
So funny. I picked a couple of funny, notable ones we could look at.
Waterboarding and hairstyling.
Yeah, exactly.
But you gotta look good after the torture.
Exactly.
看到了没有？这样吹出来的头发啊，比较蓬松，也比较自然。
He's using a beauty filter.
You can't not.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
You'll be ostracized in China.
Yeah, you have to use a beauty filter. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's wild.
Anyway, that's one of his inventions. But he makes some interesting
啊，你
vehicles
到里的
too.
时候也不会那么无聊，还可以洗个头。洗头的时候。
Let me fast forward a bit to his to one of his. Okay, so now he wanted to make a mahjong table so he could go play with his mahjong, which you probably know as mahjong.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess how do non-Chinese say it?
Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Yeah. Mahjong. Mahjong.
Mahjong, yeah.
And I'm sure anyone who is a fan of like old retro computers really hates mahjong because there's always
Yes.
there's always some crappy like mahjong game, and you like 32 in one cartridge, and then there's like half of it's mahjong.
You know what?
You know?
That's
Yeah.
even in like old Windows games, it'd
Yes.
be like a sampler disc or whatever, and it's literally just mahjong.
It's like
The worst was you'd find an IP that you like, let's say Neon Genesis Evangelion or
Yes,
something,
yes.
or Ranma 1/2.
Yeah, there'll
or
be something cool.
Pokemon or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And you're like, there's a game, right? There's a PC game for this, and you download it off something.
Yeah.
And it's mahjong every
Yes,
time.
it's a mahjong
It's like
version.
Neon Genesis mahjong.
It's terrible.
And you're like, no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Never been a fan. Anyway, China's addicted to this game. It is probably by far the most popular thing for middle-aged and old people to do.
You know, I was in China when I visited Japan, and I was like, finally, no more. You know, it'd be interesting to see another Asian country that doesn't play mahjong everywhere.
Yeah,
freaking everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Japanese people love mahjong.
Where do you think those games come from? They're all from Japan. The mahjong, those games. Anyway, so he built this table, again, just using electric motors and stuff. But I thought it was kind of hilarious. He hooks up these chairs.
It's that horrible movie.
Oh yeah, Human Centipede. Yeah, the Mahjong Centipede. Anyway, and he uses the Mahjong table as a steering wheel, actually, which is kind of funny.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so he goes to fetch his friends, right? Let's take a look. I think it's cool that that's the steering wheel.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All of this guy's stuff's amazing.
Yeah, he does. It's always dumb, but it's really well done. You know.
Yeah, like his bunker. That house.
He had a bunker.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's cool. So he goes down the road, but it gets better because he can actually use the table.
It's practical, right?
I'll fast forward. So he picks up another friend.
Nice.
And he goes and picks up. Okay, yeah, there they go in the countryside. Now you see, wouldn't that be a beautiful scene if the sky wasn't disgusting?
Yeah.
And that's the problem with China is it's a beautiful country, but it's been ruined.
Could be beautiful.
Yeah. So there he goes. Roadside flowers.
Yeah, could be nice.
Cosmos, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, so let's see how it'll work. I like how it folds in, so now it's an actual chair. And the wheels in the front fold away.
Just go to your favorite, like, idyllic place.
Yeah. Look, this is one of those electric tables.
Yes, I played on those.
Yeah, those are cool.
What you really want to do, what they want to do is get away from the cops, because they bust them for gambling.
Yes, because
drive away.
Yeah, that's the thing. Gambling is illegal in China, but everybody gambles. And so when they play mahjong like this, it's always for money.
Yeah.
But they have to kind of hide the money away.
Or you do it indoors.
Yes.
But a lot of times they play outside, so you'd want to go somewhere secluded like
this.
Yeah,
I like the fact that they've just chilling in a field, eating their snacks and playing mahjong.
It does look fun. It does look like a nice time.
I mean, if it was a game that I actually liked, it would be fun.
Just pretend you like it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, then he's got them in the middle of like a forest as well. Which
That's
kind of
pretty
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, he could
this
go
guy
wherever.
always thinks outside the box.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Yeah, I like this guy's
It's
channel.
funny. Except when he's living inside his box that he built. And he's like thinking inside the
but that
box.
was such a cool video.
Yeah, it was. So now he decided he wanted to make some wings so he could fly.
Okay.
So he built this contraption out of an old like dump truck thing. All right.
So yeah, it's gonna shoot.
No, it's just a pole, and he made these wings that can extend.
Oh, I see. So it's that thing's pulling on it.
Yeah, well, yeah, you'll see like he gets driven around in the fields, like on the end of that pole, so he can fly.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, look at you see what I mean?
That's pretty. At least he's honest that he's not going to be able to build something that flies.
No,
right?
yeah, exactly. But he can feel like he's flying, right? I thought that was
pretty
funny,
awesome.
yeah.
And doesn't it spray pesticide or something?
No, that's another thing he built. He built another set of wings that spray pesticide. Yeah, yeah, something else. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
That's awesome.
There should be one more. Let's see if it came through or not.
Nope.
Oh, there's no more?
It's Red Super more. I didn't cut it out.
Weird. I must have not exported it, but there's another one that I wanted to show you. But anyway, he's really cool.
That's a great channel. Actually, all the people we showed are really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite aspects of China, to be honest, is you have a lot of people that have to just follow by the book. The government sucks it all out of you.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, life sucks it out of you.
And creativity is not rewarded at all. There's
You're
no
punished.
reason. There's no reason to. You can't make money. Nobody's going to give you an award or, nobody's going to be out there and congratulate you. So the only thing you could do is kind of do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think he hit a niche, this guy in particular.
Well, I think it's widely appealing.
Yeah.
And I'd say he gets probably more financial stuff from YouTube because it's just as popular in China, but you make more money on YouTube compared to like Douyin or something.
Exactly.
And I think what happened is pre-internet, I think nobody cared about this kind of stuff because we saw this kind of stuff in China.
Yeah, but it's always a passion of like a farmer who's trying to build a helicopter. No finance, he just builds it with whatever he makes on the side,
But this guy can actually make some money and actually make it
and then he
better.
can buy tools and materials. It's really cool.
I like to see the creativity rewarded.
Yeah, me too. That's great.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now
what do we got here?
it's vote time. Rat soup and more.
I
Dude,
originally wore this hat. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I was gonna ghost you.
Okay.
Because of the clip that we were going to show.
Yeah, we were going to show a clip, which I got to say, it's definitely up there with being gross.
I refuse to show it.
But he refuses to show it. But I think it's not nearly as bad as some of the things we've shown.
I think it's worse times 2.
But it's not, though. Like, if you
To
were to
you-
objectively look at some of the things we've shown in the past, it's definitely not worse.
To me, it's 2 times worse.
Okay, yeah.
It's evil and disgusting.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. You're overhyping it.
I'm just scared. I'm just scared. I'm scared to watch it again.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
So I gave people a double whammy today.
Yeah, so the clip that we were going to show seemed like he cringed out of it, so we can't show it this time. We'll show it in the future, I'm sure.
No, I'm not deleting it.
Yeah.
I just think I have a hard time with that one.
And I agree. Sometimes it's good to err on the side of caution, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not the worst thing we've shown. We've shown worse. We've shown worse.
I would love to disagree with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you can't.
I have to.
We'll have to
I have
leave it
to
up to the
disagree.
audience. When we finally show it, we'll let you tell us if it's worse than what we've shown in the past. Either way, we've stashed that one away. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, we have these vote clips every week. And they're usually something that crosses the line.
Yes.
And in this case, yeah, this kind of crosses the line, but this one's not as bad. This is kind of a mild cross of the line. You know what I mean?
Rat soup and more. Yes
Yeah.
or no? Do you want to see it?
So
I
you
think
get
could
to vote.
probably guess the first thing, but I threw a bonus clip in there.
Yeah.
Just because I felt like if this doesn't bother people enough, they can have a little extra.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
No.
I'd say this is probably one of the milder ones we've shown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I think if this was episode 1, people would be like, oh, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
But this is episode 98. You
Yeah.
guys are you know very well. what
Yeah,
we
our vote clips have been pretty ridiculous in the past. Yeah.
There was a period of time, and not to go back to that
Yeah.
thing, but there was a period of time we were showing things that were so awful and so disgusting, and I wasn't into it, but I was like, it's fun to like toy with the audience, and you guys
Sure.
are like, that's gross, and you're voting on it. But for some reason, this new clip, it's just to me is so much worse than those.
But it's not though. It's definitely.
I find it worse.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll leave that one up for you guys in the future.
Drop the baby. Don't drop the baby. Stop talking about the baby. There's pillows.
Yeah, there's pillows down there.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready?
We got an 84% yes.
Okay.
Wow, not a huge yes.
So let's take a look at this rat supermore. So what is this delicious thing you've found?
So this, I took this out of another thing because you guys hated the topic. So,
okay.
Remember disgusting foods?
Oh, so this was part of that?
Yeah. So this guy had already eaten half of his dish.
Yeah.
He already ate half of it.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And then he found a rat baby inside of it. Fully haired and everything.
So this is something that he ordered. Obviously, look,
Yes.
there's the receipt. So it was delivered to him,
It
right?
It looks like malatang. Yeah, hold on, look. You can see the price of each little ingredient he had. It was like 1
Did
yen,
they have
1 yen,
rat
1
in
yen.
there?
They did not. I
Yeah.
looked at the receipt. I did not see a rat.
So this is I'll be honest with you. I've never had a rat, but I've definitely had cockroaches.
We have eaten rats. in
Remember
China.
that whole like beautiful cockroach Breath of the Dragon with the cockroaches falling off? Which remember which we've got to make merch
I've
out of
had
that.
probably hundreds of cockroaches in China.
Yeah, you order fried rice or something and you're eating and there's like a fried cockroach
and you
in
keep
there.
guess what? You keep eating it.
Yeah, you just put that part aside, you know.
Isn't
but-
that crazy? Like
Yeah.
here in America, even in like, remember that diner we went to the other day?
Yeah.
It was pretty low end, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if somebody found a cockroach in their food, they would have a conniption, even in that low
Yeah,
end
yeah.
diner.
There'd be a big scene about it. and,
Right.
You know, probably get your meal for free at least.
Yeah, right? Or at least a scene, like
Yeah,
you said.
yeah.
But we would find the cockroaches and just take them out and continue eating like
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. That's just how it is.
But rat babies apparently were enough to get a guy to get on the news here.
Yeah.
So rat babies were not what he ordered.
That's got to be so horrible, especially when you've eaten half of it. Because I'll be honest, sometimes it's difficult to see in these malatang type things what you're getting, right? It's just all kind of formless things.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it on the receipt there.
Yeah. It looks kind of like it could be mushrooms or something, don't you think?
Bro went to get a dagua and he got a lao shu guo.
Yeah, exactly. But look at that. That could be a mushroom, right?
Could be, yeah.
Could be mushrooms.
What if you ordered dabao because you're drunk?
Yeah, exactly. Well, he did. He got it delivered, right?
Yeah.
But what if you were drunk and you're chewing this down? You're like, that's a weird looking mushroom.
Because there is literally mushrooms right next
Yeah,
to it.
look at like what's under his chopsticks. That's a mushroom, and it's kind of the same, color and everything.
It is. It could be the mushroom's brother. And it's a baby rat.
But you're like, oh man, that's gotta really suck.
I love how the fur's still on it.
Dude. Yeah. So anyway, what is this little?
This is a bonus clip. This is a good example of Chinese humor.
Okay.
And remember, we always talk about Chinese humor, how it's wildly different. Sometimes they all have some crossover. We find it funny.
Yeah.
But some people will just find it very bizarre.
Right.
So let's see what kind of great joke is here today.
What is this wonderful joke? So you got a woman sleeping on the top of a bunk bed, right?
好香啊！
Oh, gross,
这谁
dude.
的姨妈巾啊？怎么还双面的呀？真恶心！
We gotta play that one more time.
Okay, fine, I will. Let me get all the way to there again.
So if you're listening, a woman is sleeping.
Well, I gotta go all the way back to that again.
I'm just, if you're listening.
I just want to watch this one more time. The music makes it.
It does.
Yeah.
Without it, it would be nothing.
Yeah. He's doing the wrong thing. Hope that was worth it. That like
Hope that was worth the
$3
$5
entrance. Like, yeah. Anyway, let's get past the rat soup because that's kind of gross.
So a woman is sleeping. A woman is walking by and she goes, smells so good. It's instant noodles.
She's about to eat her instant noodles.
And then the woman at the top drops a sanitary pad from between her legs, assuming it has blood on it. It goes into the actual noodles.
Yeah, which
And the
is
woman says,
disgusting.
oh, it's gross. Joke over.
Yeah, exactly. Joke over.
好香啊！这谁的姨妈巾啊？怎么还双面的呀？真恶心！
Like, what? Why is that a joke? Who comes up with that skit? There's no punchline there.
Also, I don't see how that set of circumstances ever plays out, to be honest.
No.
I feel like it's very
She had a
difficult.
blanket on.
I feel it's very difficult for that exact thing to happen.
She'd have to go like this.
She'd have to like take it out
Yeah.
from under her underwear or whatever and throw it out. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. It's kind of a stupid
Why is
skit.
that a
Why did they
joke?
come up with
I
that?
don't
Why did they come up with that?
don't
Anyway.
know. Worst teabag ever.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Oof. Anyway, so it's Q&A time, guys.
Yes.
So let's hit it. So please remember, this is a VIP show. Feel free to ask us anything. We're very open. We won't always answer everything, but, you can ask.
Ask away. Shout out to the noobs
Yeah.
in the new hoes in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Saw you guys early on. You said you pulled the trigger. Finally watched for a couple years. Finally pulled the trigger.
We are so happy to have
Yeah.
you here. We're happy to have every single member of our audience here. Thank you for being here. Seriously.
You guys are our family.
Yeah.
As they say in Vietnam, Tok Lek. Did I ever tell you about that?
Talk like an Egyptian? No.
I was drinking with these guys in a village that had no electricity. It was
Okay.
just piles of beer. And all these guys just racked up. They all were super fun.
Well,
Couldn't
that's
speak a
why
word.
you like it, because it's warm beer. Because
It
there's
was
no
warm. No,
electricity.
it was warm.
That's why I get it now.
It's good memories,
It's like your favorite thing in the world. It's like, finally, no refrigeration.
So
It's what I've been searching for my entire life.
So I'm with these dudes, and I'm fairly close to
Sure, yeah.
close enough to China, probably within a couple 100 miles. So I was like, maybe some of these guys speak Chinese. No, don't speak anything except Vietnamese, of course.
Sure.
And we spent hours, me and my buddy and them, just messing around, showing them like motorcycles, all that kind of stuff. They were showing us their bikes.
Yeah.
And we're just chatting and drinking. And they were trying to teach us stuff. And they kept saying over and over again, they kept going, like shaking our hands and giving us hugs. And then they go like this. They said, Tok Lek.
Okay,
right?
Tok Lek, yeah.
So I looked it up. It doesn't come up with anything, right? So I'm like, I can't figure it out. So I'm like, let me ask some Vietnamese people. Ask some Vietnamese people. They're like, that's not a word. I'm like looking it up in French. That's not a word.
Okay.
So for all these years, me and my friend have always been saying Tok Lek to each other, just as a joke from that time. It doesn't mean anything.
It probably has some horrible colloquial meaning.
Maybe.
You've been making a fool of yourself all this
Maybe.
time, and they're laughing about like, oh, we taught these.
No, they're nice.
Farang or whatever.
One of the guys had they'd never met foreigners before. I don't think
Okay.
it was the middle of nowhere.
Makes
dude.
sense.
Dirt road, middle of
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah.
It was like a tiny little guest house we found.
Okay.
Because we had to sleep.
Yeah.
And it was near there. And one of the guys it was an Agent Orange area.
Okay.
And one of the guys had 2 thumbs.
Oof.
And he loved it though. They
Ah.
were all so proud of it. He kept making me take pictures of his 2 thumbs.
Okay, interesting. Oh, it sounds like a fun time. So anyway, it's questions time, guys. What do we got?
Epic A Train. No. Beta Machine. I see you're drinking A&W. How do you feel about Barks? I like Barks.
I don't know what Barks is.
This is cream soda, but Barks is a root beer. You've had it before, actually. I've given you one. Barks has bite, is what they say.
You know, root beer is quite disappointing because it's not really beer. And I don't think it's made out of roots.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Sarsaparilla. Yeah.
Oh, sarsaparilla. Okay. I don't know what sarsaparilla is.
Is it sassafras or sarsaparilla?
I'm guessing that's a kind of plant.
Yeah.
This is my poor education in,
sarsaparilla, yeah.
botany or whatever showing.
Yeah, it's made out of a root.
I'm not a horticulturalist.
You know what's great? You know what's even better is birch beer, which we have around here. It's from all the birch, the paper birches.
I know, birch trees.
So you could do this yourself, technically, with the trees.
You just mulch the bark or something?
No, it's the sap.
Oh, okay.
And they make it taste like root beer, but it's milder, and it's just really good. And it's clear.
Nice.
The soda's clear.
I'll try it out.
Yeah. We have it in the shops all over the place.
Yeah, I'll try it out. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like Barks better than A&W, but A&W is good. Dragonella says, the submarine's homemade electrical system shorted out, plunging the vessel into darkness. Water seeped in from all sides and then snapped out of it. Thank you for unlocking a new phobia.
Yeah, that is a scary thought.
Is that not a great local band name, Homemade Submarine?
Maybe, yeah.
And it's like a scary doom metal or something.
Yeah, but it is a metal coffin under the sea or under the lake.
Metal coffin under the sea. In the
the
fact that it's in a freshwater body of water makes it so much scarier.
Yeah, it's weird.
Unnecessary.
Yep, don't
you
do
just
it.
Swim.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. When I was a lifeguard, before the swimming season would open, we'd have to go out. It'd be 50, so I don't know, 8, 9, 10 degrees. We'd have to go out and put the buoys down at the bottom of the lake. So we'd have to swim all the way under. And it's so cold, you want to die.
Why do you want to put a buoy at the bottom of the lake?
You attach the buoy to the clips at the bottom. And then the rope goes
it's
up.
got a clip.
Yeah, it's like an anchor.
Why can't it just not have its own anchor?
What do you mean?
Wouldn't it be better if you just had a weight on it and you just throw it in?
Swim out with a weight?
No, I mean the buoy has a weight on it.
The buoy is like a line of buoys. So you you swim out to the middle of the lake with a rope, and then you dive down at the bottom and put it on a carabiner at the bottom.
No, I get that.
Anchor. It's like a hook at the bottom.
I understand that, but wouldn't it just be easier if the buoys, you take a little kayak or something and you drop a weight, and the weight just keeps the buoy in place?
Suppose, yeah. That's not how they did it.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems unnecessarily risky to be carabinering.
How do you get the weight back up from the bottom of the lake?
Pull it up.
Oh, I guess it would have to be a super heavy. These buoys are, each one of them is 10, 20 pounds. And there's
it's
hundreds of them.
A very big one?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah. Official Rome. Have you done an episode about crazy, bizarre beauty methods? Saw a woman using a smashed terracotta tile powder as a fake tan recently. I know China must have fake methods for beauty. That was more of a thing back in the day.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's just the usual international stuff,
Yeah.
Especially Korean makeup is very popular. Japanese makeup, that kind of thing.
Mostly Korean, pretty much. It's actually gotten a lot less interesting. Chinese street fashion, all that kind of stuff had these weird things, phenomenons. They're all gone. It's just Korean.
It's just copying Korean and Japanese fashion.
Yeah.
And nobody trusts locally made cosmetics from China, so they don't even have their own thing, really.
Yeah, well, they do.
But cheap, nobody who can afford it.
Nobody wants it.
Yeah, will buy it.
Infamous Lunchbox, the homemade, home-built submarines probably have AI 5G, and they probably launched from the port of Dandong.
I'll give you a Dandong. Yeah.
Port of Dandong.
I mean the hawk ducks, whatever you want to call them.
My Chinese Home Kitchen says, so how likely is average Chinese to afford the metal components, etc., for the backyard ingenuity? Soviet Union, all the stores' shelves are empty, but all the refrigerators are full. It's cheaper. Certainly cheaper. It's poor quality.
Yeah, the thing is, usually the kind of people that are doing these backyard things, they're in that industry.
Yeah.
Something that's very popular to do is to make burglar bars.
Yes.
But they're made out of this very cheap, bendable, very ridiculous steel.
Off.
Yeah. It's super cheap, thin steel. So they have that stuff all around to build their burglar bars that they sell. So, yeah.
Shield Maiden for Christ says, do you think food safety concerns apply to Chinese tea? Would some expensive tea be cleaner than cheaper ones? I would say the standard of quality for expensive teas will be fine.
Yeah, I've always had a problem with this, though, because, yes, China... That's one thing that you can give to China is that they've always had a very good sort of tea culture. So, you know, like you get very interesting, very nice different blends of tea. And, you know, you see them all go, they pick the leaf and all that. That's all fake, by the way. It's not really like that. They just got some, you know, you always see those commercials like some pretty girl with a hat going out there and picking it.
Don't they have that thing where it's like they have to pick it with their mouth and put it in the little basket?
Whatever. There's like a
That's
gross
some
old
nonsense
auntie
thing.
that's basically rolling around there with a freaking sickle or something, grabbing handfuls of it and shoving it in her pants or something. It's not nice, okay? You've seen that, right? It's like, it's not nice. But the thing is, it doesn't matter how good the quality of the tree is or the, you know, the lineage of the plant or anything, because the soil and the air is polluted. And that's what I'm worried about. It's like, you know, it's sucking up the nutrients from the soil. Certainly there's going to be some crap in there.
So my friend lived in Wuishan.
Wuishan's, I've been there,
And it's not polluted. It is
Yeah.
not polluted there, right?
Right.
So if you were to get like a very specific tea, a local tea that's expensive from a certain area, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with you. 90% of the stuff's bad.
Yeah.
But if you get a nice stuff from a certain area, then you're probably fine.
Yeah, that's correct. But every tea they say is made in a nice place. It's
No, I'm
always
saying
like
if
a
you were
traditional
there,
place,
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
or if you're paying top dollar, like the CCP guys that love expensive tea, they're not going to want to hurt themselves.
No, of course not. It's just one of those things that, you know, sure they're going to have good quality control, but the air and the water and the soil and all of that, you know, got to watch out for that.
Yeah. Eastwood 400, I'm a bit of a hot sauce enthusiast. Are there any high quality, good Chinese hot sauces available in the U.S. that are worth trying? I mean, there's chili sauce.
I guess you could try Lao Gama. It's not really a hot sauce,
No,
though.
and there's tons of great doubanjiang, like chili doubanjiang's
Yeah,
great.
that's not bad.
I love the Hunan one so with the really bright red peppers, that kind.
Yeah.
But these are not hot sauces.
Yeah.
Hot sauce is a liquid, like red
Right,
hot, you know.
right. Yeah. Like Tabasco.
Yeah, I've never seen that in China before. Have you?
Not
I've only seen
really.
sauces.
No, you know, as much as they go on about like Nineng Chelada Ma type
very
thing, it's
spicy.
not. And again, it's very regional.
Yeah.
Spicy. It's not like everywhere I go in the US, you sit down, you can get Tabasco sauce.
Yeah.
But it's not like that in China.
No.
Most
No.
places won't have spicy stuff. Yeah.
And unless you're in a spicy
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Rogue Nora says, are AI girlfriends a thing in China? Absolutely, positively, really blowing up.
Mhm.
Watched a mini documentary of lonely men in the U.S. spending lots of money chatting with these. Not like dolls, but like ChatGPT, but more sexual. Also AI 5G, please. That's very sad.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
That's sad.
dude. You got to worry about, you know, the future
Yeah.
of the human race.
You really do. I'm not trying to be a boomer, but that's pretty grim.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to say I'm not judging, but it's like to succumb to that is just. I think it's a warning sign.
I also think it's a first world country problem, to be honest.
It's happening in China big time.
Yeah, I know, but they're like a weird, you know, they're a
Quasi.
developing country with a space program, you know.
It's true.
It's not the same thing. Yeah.
Koala 1203 says, guys talking about improvised helicopters just in time. What happened in Iran? Ripped to the helicopter. Eric V.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have really enjoyed the Handy Gung channel on YouTube for a while now.
Yeah.
He posts on YouTube if he's in China. You can still do it. He's not
You know,
doing anything political.
no, the thing is you're not allowed to.
Well,
but-
an agent can.
Yeah, but they have agents. I covered this before when I did the Li Ziqi thing. You know, the thing is the Chinese government will not allow anybody to post anything on... I mean, people get arrested for making a tweet.
Yeah.
Okay? If you post anything on YouTube, the only way you can do it is if you have a government-sanctioned agent that does it for you. And it's also such a double standard, isn't it? It's banned in China, but they will allow it as long as it makes money for China.
Yeah, my point was...
It's kind of crazy.
It's also less likely to have any issues if it has nothing political. in
Yeah,
it.
that's the point. Like I said, it's government sanctioned. So, you know, the Handy Gung, you know, Shogun
safe.
Gung, he's safe because he's not doing anything political.
No.
And it shows a side of China that people rarely see, just like Li Ziqi did.
Yeah.
It's a side of China that doesn't actually exist,
Mm-hmm.
except they manufacture it. With Handy Gung, it is real,
Yeah.
but it's very uncommon.
Yeah. Well, we saw backyard projects.
Yeah, but it's still very uncommon for it to be
To be
like
at that
at that
level. Yeah,
level.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure, for sure.
But they like that because they like, look, this is China.
Yeah. And that's good. I support that.
Yeah, I support them too.
Retired thinker, what is the craziest backyard project we've seen? Mine was definitely a helicopter that just didn't go anywhere, but it was so scary and it's just about ready to chop everyone's head off.
Yeah. I've seen all sorts of funny things, but I think the one that we got to cycle around on that
yeah.
stupid bike with car wheels on
That's
it
fun.
and stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
My Chinese home kitchen, how realistic is entrepreneurship in China, especially for rural people? Entrepreneurship is alive and well in China, and it can be under the table, over the table. It's everything
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah.
People do find a way to make their own money.
Business is, Chinese people in general are very good at doing business. You notice it everywhere around the world, especially in places like Africa and so on.
Naiwu says, C-Milk, when are we going to get a rap single on the China show? We all need to hear that absolute beat from Cutie Milk in Heat. I reject everything you just said.
Sounds really bad.
I reject all of that.
Yeah, that's
Ryan
not very
is
nice.
very upset with what you just said. In fact, he's just turned around.
Yeah.
Those days are behind me, unfortunately. Brian,
What a pity.
Brian F., did the guy's extra thumb work, or was it just hanging? He could move it, but it wasn't like this, right? But he could move it like with a muscle in his
Oh, okay.
thumb.
So you can move it around.
Rogue Noir, also, have you gotten Feng Yo Jing in China? Seems like wintergreen oil. Oh, and root beer reminds me of for some reason. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Epic A-Train topic suggestion: comical South African politics. Can I get a hong hong? We've done that.
We can't. Well, we didn't really. Do it,
hong.
Yeah, kind of. I'll give you.
To hell with you. Khan says, "What's on Winston's T-shirt?"
Lao Niu Chen Cao. That means old cows eat tender grass.
Sus. You're sus.
This is one of my T-shirts a long time ago. It must have been 2007, 2008. When I was studying Chinese at the Shenzhen University, I had this idea with a friend of mine. See, they sell... You're right there?
Yeah, I choked.
If you go to a tourist place like Guilin, Yangshuo, they sell these really lame T-shirts. And a friend of mine went... And it's on the front, it'll be like, here comes a foreigner. And on the back, it's like, here goes a foreigner, Here leaves a foreigner, I guess.
I bought one of those.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't blame you. It's probably like early days, right?
I was kind of tongue-in-cheek, too.
Oh, yeah, it's tongue-in-cheek. So anyway, my friend bought one of those, and I was like, this is super lame.
I actually wore it to wear it in America, like when I visited. I thought that was funny.
So since I was studying, I decided with this friend of mine, like, how about we make our own T-shirts? So I came up with, I always love idioms and stuff. And just from stuff I learned on the streets, I was like, I like these. And I put them all down on T-shirts. And this is one that I liked a lot, which just means old men like young women. Lao Niu Chen Cao. Because I know it's sus, but it's different. In China, people, that kind of thing, they all have a chuckle.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
I get it. Yeah,
it's
if
like,
you put it in the China context,
in the China context, like if people see it, they loved it.
Yeah.
Everybody who sees this
funny.
T-shirt, like any Chinese person sees this T-shirt.
Because it's an idiom.
Yeah, they have a chuckle. It's a normal idiom in China. They say that, oh, look, this uncle is a pervert, basically, There are so many idioms surrounding perverts and stuff in China because it's a big issue there, I guess. But, it's just like people laugh it off.
It's in stories,
Yeah,
it's in old stories.
Yeah, it's like, I have other ones that say like, 我是大色狼, and so I'm a big color wolf, or,
Which is
like,
a pervert.
or it's like, are you a color ghost is one of mine, this kind of thing. But, this idiom, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
There's another one I have, which says, 兔子不吃窝边草, which means the rabbit doesn't eat the grass around its burrow.
You have a lot of grass shirts.
Yeah, but think about it.
I have a grass mud horse shirt.
But think about it. Grass, right? This is the same thing. Tender grass and the grass around the burrow. It's always grass. But anyway, the rabbit not eating the grass around its burrow means, don't dip your pen in company ink or don't screw the crew.
Gotcha.
So, don't shit on your doorstep, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So don't get into a relationship with someone at work.
Oh,
that's what it means,
Yeah, that makes sense.
So anyway, that's what this stands for. And on the back of the shirt, it says, kan qian mian ba, which means take a look at the front. And so people, they would be following me and then they'd like see that and then they'd like run in front and then they'd have a chuckle.
Like we didn't need more attention in China back in the day.
Yeah, but it was just fun.
No, back in I remember those times. It was fun in the beginning.
So I have a whole swath of these T-shirts and I never really sold them. I sold a couple, but like at the end of the day, I just ended up keeping them and I like them.
Doc Slothington says, from the pre-show chat, any plans for a special episode 100? Huge milestone. We should. I was thinking I would love...
Maybe that could be wild card.
Yeah, but there's got to be something real special.
Yeah, but what could it be?
We'll come up with something for you guys for sure.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Doc and team, if you have any
ideas, let us know.
The audience really wants to see, let us know.
Yeah, let us know, please.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Sam M., do you ever get to practice Chinese while living in the U.S.? Absolutely, all the time.
I don't much. No, and sometimes with my wife, but...
Yeah, I have Chinese friends that I speak to.
Right.
A lot of them insist on speaking English, though, which is interesting. Gary McBrien.
Well, like it's like when you're in China.
Yeah, that's true. Were the zoo trespassers attacked by panda-painted dogs? Is anything going to bother me anymore?
Oh, yeah, let's take a look at that.
Nothing would bother me anymore.
Dr. YouTuber says, can we play a round of Much Hong?
Much Hong? What is Much Hong?
It's because there's a lot of Hongs. Koala 1203, have you heard about the news of banning of Glory to Hong Kong anthem? Yes.
Yes.
Also,
and
shame on
YouTubers-
YouTube for
yeah,
blocking the song.
They've blocked it. In Hong Kong,
Only in
you
Hong Kong.
can't. Yeah, you can't watch it at all.
Yeah, which is, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like you're capitulating to an authoritarian government. Awesome.
Why? It's a song.
Mhm.
Why did you do that?
It's not okay.
No.
Because you can literally play like a Nazi anthem or something.
Yeah, in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Yes, I'm saying
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can play like horrible things on YouTube, but you can't play that silly.
Das Schwartz says, what do you think? How likely is he to get in trouble with authorities because of backyard screw driving? I wouldn't worry about that.
No, it's fine. You know, like obviously you can't do anything that causes instability to harmony, social harmony or
of
something.
course.
So.
But for the most part, you'd be
Remember those farmers all clubbed together and built that massive gold Mao Zedong statue? That caused trouble.
Because it's political.
Yeah, you can't build a statue of Mao Zedong. You would think that they would like that.
Yeah, but they don't.
But they were like, nope.
There was a time not that long ago where people were singing red songs, so pro-communist songs, and then the government banned it because it was too communist.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
Yeah, like Chinese red songs, but then now it's full
Now it's okay.
force. Now it's
it
great.
was in the Bo Xilai time because he was making it popular again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Official Rome says, does China have the same issues I see over with heavy sales tactics and pressures, people not wanting to take no for an answer for tourists? Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's
like the...
They will lock
The
you in a
hive.
shop until you buy something.
Yes.
Because that's how those cheap tours work. Is you get these mad cheap tours, and you're always the middle-aged grab hags. They get them because it'll be like $20 to go travel somewhere, and they take you around on the buses and everything, and they take you to restaurants, and everything's paid for. But they lock you in these shops until you buy something, and then you can go. It's pretty bad.
And they will not take no for an answer.
No,
no matter where you go, they'll be like pester you.
Yeah.
Shout at you.
Yeah, it's
grab
pretty
you.
bad. It's pretty bad.
They will touch you.
Oh, they
will
do.
pull you, especially at like temples or something, like beggars and stuff. They
Oh,
will
they're
pull you
so
in
horrible.
and they
yeah,
won't leave you alone.
They grab on your leg and
Or try to sell you a
go,
postcard or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. They put something in your hand and then
Yes.
like those monks give you that
Yeah.
stupid gold thing or whatever.
Philip
Yeah.
C's show suggestion: side jobs in China. Going over the weird side jobs foreigners take in China. That's our White Monkey episodes, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty much we've covered that, I think.
Yes.
But thank you for the suggestion.
Can I get a box?
You certainly can.
Unbox.
Someone just asked me a relevant question. I just want to see.
An irrelevant question?
Relevant.
Oh.
We'll
We'll see.
What?
What is that relevant question?
That was a very helpful answer. Thank you, Eric V. Bori says, when you went to Norway, what did you do there and what did you think of the place? I absolutely loved Norway. And I'm trying to remember. I started in Oslo.
Oh, that's the relevant question.
And I ended up in Bergen. Absolutely beautiful place.
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
Oslo almost bankrupted me, though. It's like the most expensive place I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah.
Holy mother, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I just did, I've explored around. One of my dreams is to take advantage of the freedom of land right.
Okay.
So Scandinavia has freedom of land right, which means that any land you can sleep on.
Oh.
Right. So I pitched a tent in the middle of just nowhere. I was like, I
Okay.
just thought that was such a cool idea. Because in America, you'd have to knock on the door and be like, hey, can I camp in your yard, basically, or in your woods or whatever. And a lot of people around here will oblige.
Yeah.
But there, you could literally do it anywhere. So I was on a hiking trail. I just walked off the hiking trail for like a couple miles and just pitched a tent. It was awesome.
Nice.
Had some beers with my buddy in the middle of nowhere. It's
Sounds
really fun.
good. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah.
But yeah, I had a great time in Norway. A lot of hiking. Did tons of hiking. Epic A Train. I meant part 2 follow up to South African politics.
Oh, part 2.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That's on our list already.
Yeah.
So, my Chinese home kitchen. You guys started a business in China. How is that process compared to the typical entrepreneur? It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. A lot of nonsense and bribery and stuff involved, and corruption and rubbish, and
It's always a bad time.
Yeah, it's not good.
You're a big guy. What initially drew you to China? I knew you guys spent some time in Vietnam and Taiwan, but what drew you to China versus somewhere else like Japan or Korea?
Chaos, really. The chaos and the adventure of it. It's, you know.
It was up and coming.
Yeah, and Unpredictable.
Yeah.
But a good time. Just a
was.
chaotic, crazy time. Really.
There was an idea that China would be changing, and you want to be in that change, and I
Yeah.
100% don't regret that. It was so fun to be in that change. We
Yeah.
were in the change, and then it changed for the worse.
Yeah, there's a couple other reasons, but I think it was mainly the adventure of it.
Yep.
Because, you go to Japan. I would have preferred to actually gone to Japan and lived and worked in Japan, but there are a couple of barriers to entry that kind of slowed me down on that process. The thing is, you will get what you expect.
Yeah.
You will go there and this is how it's going to be and this is what you're going to do and this is
Yeah.
going to be the end result, right? But in China, it was an adventure. Everything was just like a mess, And
Yeah.
so it was fun as a young man to go there and just kind of experience this chaos.
Yeah.
Gets old after a while, though.
Yeah, it does. And it did change for the worse at the end.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Aeroton says, enjoyed watching the TV series Reset Kaiduan with English subtitles. I wonder if you've ever heard of it before. I don't
No.
think so.
No.
Very rosy picture of the police, but mentions social issues that you cover. Never heard of it.
No, me neither.
Elstrom,
You should watch it. I feel like you like that kind of thing. What?
explain the joke.
What? No, you like all these, What?
Like what?
You like all those, like, really annoying Chinese soap operas and stuff. You talk about them all the time.
Interesting. When have I ever watched that?
You keep talking about that one that you watched in Sitting Yunnan or something.
I watched it because I watched a little bit of it because the show told me to check it out. See why it's
Sure.
popular.
Yeah, really? Okay. Well, I thought like it's
I thought
kind
you were
of.
making a joke because I hate crime stuff.
Yeah, no.
I hate crime shows. So I thought you were
think
being
you'll.
facetious.
No, I'm just. I really genuinely think
No,
that you
I-
watch that stuff secretly. I know because you watch Korean dramas very openly, but I
Yeah.
think that's just your cover.
No,
I think
Chinese dramas suck.
I know
I'm
that, but
sorry.
I know they suck. But I feel
I don't
like.
watch things that are bad.
Are you sure? I feel like it's a
I
guilty
hate
pleasure.
bad. I don't like bad things.
Yeah.
I like bad things that are funny.
Right.
Like that movie we watched the other day on Shaban. That was funny.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I'll watch that.
Yeah.
No, I hate crime stuff like police drama, crime stuff like.
Yeah, like Law and
hate
Order.
That
Yeah,
kind of
that could
show.
be annoying,
I
yeah.
don't give a shit about those
Sure,
shows.
sure.
I don't like anything that glorifies or is about crime. It's
Yeah, I'm not a
annoying
crime
to
guy
me.
either. I'll watch a real life documentary about
Okay.
crime, but
I
like,
don't want to. I don't
but
like that.
fictionalized, it's a bit dumb.
I don't like either. I don't like. There's no point in. I don't think. People are fascinated with misery, and I hate misery.
Yeah, I
So-
got you. Enough nonsense going on in the
Yeah.
world. You don't need to compound it.
Sure. Cooking episode about when waffles in China versus USA, even South Africa food. I think South African food could be a great episode.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. There's also some horrible things too.
And there's also a lot of things that I have not subjected you to in American food that you have
Yeah.
not had yet.
That's true.
That
Yeah.
we could have a bit of a thing.
Yeah, we certainly could.
Like I was just thinking of all the insane cereals that you've never had.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, you've never had a Regina pizza.
Yeah, we're having a discussion about this, which
Yeah.
we'll save for the episode.
Yeah, we'll
if we
save
do
it. Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. I'll pop it on. Official Rome. Could we see a bit more of bizarre Chinese fashion, like seeing an auntie wearing a shirt that says slut or something being obvious?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we
I
can.
feel like we covered that to death.
we have, but we can do like weird fashion stuff. There's
It
stuff. still exists. Yeah.
Naiwu, serious question this time. Are we allowed to ask questions surrounding the content of your channels that don't relate to the China show? Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dylan says, do Chinese police carry firearms? Some of them. And
They do have
usually
armed police.
in the car. Yeah, usually it's in the back of the car.
Yeah, the majority of police don't carry firearms, but they do have armed police,
Yes.
and they can carry firearms.
I was drinking with a cop in a bar one time, and he was like, watch this. And he was driving drunk, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Full on driving drunk.
Yeah.
And he took me out of the. He goes, "Look, it's just like you go in America." And he pulled out the guns from the back seat of his car and let me hold them.
So ridiculous.
I was like, well, "Where?" That was like right when I got to China too.
Yeah, interesting.
I was like, "This place is wild."
Mm-hmm.
Is there corruption in Taiwan too? Yes, Antonio,
Yes.
but not even to a remote
Yeah,
similar.
not even close.
Not even
Yeah.
close. Thank you very much for the Q&A, and we
Mm-hmm.
will vote on our topics.
Yes, here we go. So this is where you get to choose what topic we get to cover next week for you.
Yeah.
What do we got on the list today?
Today, let me add my poll options. Today
Mm-hmm.
we finished rural transport inventions. Things that China invented or didn't. Can you explain that?
How did we even come across this one?
This is a cool idea. It's gonna be hard.
It's like these things that people think come from China.
Yes, like like chili pepper. Or
Yes.
there was some very specific.
Yeah, we came
example.
across this because of the Chinese propaganda saying that street corn was a Chinese.
Yeah, corn.
Yeah,
Chinese.
it was-
A lot of Chinese people think corn. And the government pushes this corn is a Chinese invention. You're like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
it
there's a
goes
lot of
beyond
these things, and there's quite a few things I think people think come
Yeah.
from China but don't.
And then there's some things that are from China that you might be surprised
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
That's a good video topic.
Yeah, we'll have to do quite a bit of research.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wild
but,
card, which is anything that we like.
Yes, it's always a crazy, fun episode.
We came up with a topic called Watch a Boonie Bears episode.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Why
yeah.
not?
No, I don't think I'll watch things never do well.
Yeah, but okay, I want to ask the chat.
Yeah.
So when we do a watch party, for example, last episode, it's like our worst performing one, and every time we do something where we watch something, it's so bad performance, but you guys seem to like it. Did you guys like the last episode? Was it fun to you guys? Because it seems like people don't tune in. People that are in there love it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I enjoy it, and you
I thought
enjoy
it
it,
was
but
fun.
yeah.
I'll pop it. I mean, you can vote on it, right?
Yeah, sure. Boonie Bears, why not?
So explain Boonie Bears.
It's
first.
this very bad computer-generated cartoon in China. I think that's pretty much all you need to say.
But it's the most Chinese cartoon ever.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But it's so China.
Yeah.
There's so many things that are wildly inappropriate for a kids show that would be for in the West, and then vice versa, like things that you'd expect and they're not there.
Yeah.
And it's Boonie Bears is just so Chinese, and it's everywhere.
Yeah. You can't escape it.
It's truly homegrown.
Yeah, and you get like the little ride-on toys for the kids, but they're very badly painted and very badly put together,
Right.
that type of thing. And the stationery, yeah.
Okay. I'm just
So-
getting some comments here. We got some people that said, yes, I loved it. Yes, I did like it. Yeah, it was great. Yes, yes, it was great.
I mean, remember, guys, we want, at the end of the day, we want this to be entertaining and interesting for you.
Yeah.
And we enjoy it. We love, having an opportunity to sit down with you guys on a Monday and talk about stuff and show you something new and answer questions and everything. It's the highlight of our week. I mean, yeah, I might seem a little slow today. I had a bit of a rough weekend, but, I'm enjoying it still. It's nice to be here with all of you. It's awesome. And so we want you to enjoy it, and that's why we ask you these questions. So, if you don't enjoy watching stuff with us, then tell us so that we can stop it.
Yeah. It looks like everyone liked it.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
One person, so that's cool. So we got things China invented or didn't.
Yeah.
Wild card, which is our choice.
Yes.
Boonie Bears, China's famous cartoon. And I'm trying to see here. Where else do we have? We got rid of disgusting dishes. So I have that food one. I'll probably save that for a little later when it's a little more fair competition because I don't think that will win.
Yeah.
China's favorite Western stuff.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
So what is their favorite?
Yeah, what stuff does
soccer
China...
team?
Yeah,
What's
what
their
do they
favorite-
like from the West?
Yeah, what's the favorite music group?
Other than electricity, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. And basic things like cars and planes and things.
Right.
You know,
like pop culture
culture
stuff.
type
video
stuff, yeah.
games. What's their favorite video games? Shows, movies,
Yeah.
music, food, and sports. That kind of thing.
Yeah,
from the
exactly,
West.
yeah.
It's that's pretty interesting actually.
Sure.
Okay, vote now or forever hold your peace.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if you're on Android and you can't see it for some reason, it says number 1 is things that China invented or didn't, and it's this idea.
It's like corn and chilies.
Yeah,
and
like
things.
stuff that definitely didn't
Yeah.
come from China.
Yeah, but everyone's convinced it did come from China.
Yes, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Number 2, we have wild card, which is anything that we are interested in personally. We're going to
Yeah.
subject you to whatever we're currently into,
Mhm.
and that's usually just a shit show.
Yeah, it's fun. Every
fun.
that was a book club. It used to be called book club.
Yes, it's now called wild card.
Yeah.
I have some ideas for this one because last time it was about South African things. This time I was going to show you some very interesting things from
Yeah.
my repertoire.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Boonie Bears, China's famous cartoon, which is China's homegrown cartoon. It's been going on for 10 plus years now.
Yeah.
It's so Chinese and so outlandish.
Yeah.
And bad.
We could also throw in a little bit of like Pleasant Goat.
I think that could be another one.
It could be another one. Beauty
Xianga.
Goat. Yeah.
Xianga.
Yeah, Xianga. Yeah.
China's favorite Western stuff. What is their favorite movies, video games?
It's like
sports music
sheep,
from
but
the
they
West?
call them goats.
Yes. No, because, yeah.
It is. It's
No,
like
it's
Xiang
goat.
Yang, and it's like they're Mei Yang. They've
Oh,
got
there is a...
Yeah,
no, there
they've
is,
literally
yeah.
got like wool.
Yeah.
That's part of their whole thing. But in their English subtitle is like Pleasant Goat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why is it called
It's called Pleasant Goat.
It's a freaking sheep.
And I mean, just the name Pleasant Goat is dumb.
They massage propaganda in there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And then my friend in Japan, he went to go take a photo at a comic convention type thing. and they had a stall for Pleasant Goat, and they had like this massive pillow with like Mei Yang Yang, which is the pretty one, and it said Beauty Goat.
Beauty Goat.
Beauty Goat, dude.
Love Beauty Goat.
Beauty Goat and Pleasant Goat. Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So what do we got?
Now we have a very clear winner. Things that China invented or didn't.
Oh, cool. That's a good topic.
It is.
Yeah.
And then China's favorite Western stuff came in second.
Oh, nice.
Wild card is last. I guess you guys hate what we love, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's totally okay. We'll massage it in somehow. You know,
We will
We'll get there.
somehow.
We
We'll
have
get
to-
there either way.
Yeah, we have to finish the Bridge the Gap listening part.
We need to subject you to things you don't like.
Yes, that's how
it's
it
part
works.
of this.
Just after I said that we want you to enjoy it, you know.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a little both.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much. It was a great turnout today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's
Yep.
episode. We loved having you here. It's the best way to support us, too.
Yes.
Thank you.
You really are the most important part of our audience, and you really are a part of a family here.
Yes.
At least that's what we hope.
Toklek, bro.
Yeah,
Toklek.
Toklek.
Toklek,
That's
bro.
obviously some fake nonsense.
I know.
Yeah,
I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
They taught it to us.
Exactly.
Toklek.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful week. We both have videos coming out this week at some point.
Yeah.
So
Can't
that'll
tell
be...
you what they are.
No, that's going to be tomorrow
We're
morning.
juggling topics.
Early is brainstorming session. Yeah. We can't wait to see you and have a fantastic week. So until then, you know the drill. As always, stay awesome, and I'll cut myself off. Let's do it. 5, 4.